but it ain't there. Everything's so pristine. Hey, what happened to your dreams? Dropped it all for a picture. This ain't the world I used to know. The people's minds are so slow, and we've all become the same. Half the world don't know where their heads at. The other half think they know, but it ain't there. So take it back and tell me something I don't know. All the lies, just leave it all at the front door. Is it gonna be straight? Is it gonna be straight? This guy's better than you. Now you gotta be him too. Is this what we're living for? You're so wise and you're so dumb. Well, I can't be the only one thinking, what if we become? Half the world don't know where their heads at. The other half think they know, but it ain't there. So take it back and tell me something I don't know. All the lies, leave it all at the front door. Is it gonna be straight? Is it gonna be straight? Think they know what I mean, but they look the other way. Summed you up in a sentence, now that's all I've got to say. So take it back, tell me something I don't know. All the lies, just leave it all at the front door. Is it gonna be strange? Is it gonna be strange?
Right, Tell Me Something came about just probably through lockdown. Obviously done a few cover gigs, but probably a bit boredom, and I thought I'm going to need to start writing again. A lot's happened since we done it the first time, kids and stuff, but just about January I wrote 2 songs and I was like, oh, these are actually alright. So I put them out on Facebook. That was the way to do it. Oh, I knew at the time. Good reaction, alright. But then I found on a website called Amazing Radio, which I signed up to about 10 years ago, I think, on the advice of Jim Geltley. I've been speaking to Jim Geltley, and he says, get in this Amazing Radio thing. So I went and looked at it, and the songs I had released the first time, they were all there, and they were for sale. And I'd forgot all about it. So I thought, but there was a wee thing saying, get your music on Spotify, Apple and stuff. And I thought, I'm just going to give this a bash, because I had the MP3 sitting of Tell Me Something, and I released it, bit of Whim, and it was a good response. I wrote a cheeky letter to Chris Moyles, and it got picked up, and they mentioned it on the Wednesday and the Friday as well, and the guy who I wrote the letter to actually reviewed it. From there I got a wee bit of more followers and stuff, and for there it got to about number 10 in the singer-songwriter chart on Apple, which I was kind of taken aback by a bit, and so for there gained a lot of confidence, sent it to a lot of radio stations, and they were all for playing it, and I was thinking, this actually might not be a bad song, but it was just gaining that confidence. So from there I've obviously went to the next song. So tell me something. I did get played a lot in America for some reason, and obviously I didn't have Spotify or anything before this. So when you get the Spotify app, you can see just where it's getting played, what cities it's getting played. So obviously the UK is the main one, but I was quite surprised to see that the amount of countries that had been played in. So obviously with the next one, I'm hoping by releasing this, the first song, I've learned a lot, made a lot of good connections, so I'm ready to go with this next song and we'll be able to promote it a bit more.
Nothing you could say could make me feel any worse than I do now. Nothing you could do could make this appear and all work out. Help me with my own love, I'm thinking about never coming back. You help me with my own love, I'm thinking about never coming back. Let's have it all out, let's strip it back to the bare white bowl. Let's figure it out, figure out when it all went wrong. I find it hard talking, I find it hard just to look you in the eye. You're building your defenses, you just sit there, you sniff while you cry. And all I ever wanted was a good old day. And all I ever wanted was to be with you and laugh there while we lay. You'll always have suspicions, you'll always have that voice in your head. You'll always have doubt, but I figured we'd work it out instead. But it all came to a point when all of my fears came true. It all came to a point, and I had to say goodbye to you. And all I ever wanted was a good old day. And all I ever wanted was to be with you and laugh there while we lay.
The next song is called "I Can't Be That One You Want." The first song I recorded was recorded in my. I've got a practice room in the house, and it was probably not very good quality. So we went into a studio at the weekend there, and I'm really surprised with what's came out, and I'm delighted with it. Ian, my drummer as well, I think he's quite taken aback as well, but it's so much more upbeat. It's not just acoustic guitar, there is acoustic guitar, but it was great to pick up. I think it's the first time I've picked up an electric guitar in 12 years, but it's been great. I've loved it. There's bass and there's it's really, I'm really impressed, and I'm quite confident actually with this song when I let folk hear it, which is a total difference. Maybe it's just self confidence, I don't know, but I'm very happy with it. Aye. Oh, definitely. I'll need to mix it up, and that's why we've done it this way. I could have went on another acoustic track, and it could have been done better. But be speaking to the drummer, he says, no, 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 we need to change this. You know, we need to, you can't get stuck in one section, and I totally agree with him. He's right. So with this one, we've went for it. It's more upbeat, more instruments, and yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing what people are going to say about it. Right, so with this one, with the promotion, I've definitely got heavily into that. With regards to gigs and that, if they happen, they happen. It's great. I've obviously still keeping the. I do a lot of cover gigs there, kind of still in the diary as well. But if things change, things change. That would be great. But I think I'm going to focus on the radio airplay and the kind of Spotify side of things because I've learned so much with that first single, and I think I know where I want to go with this one. So if the gigs happen, absolutely brilliant. But I will focus on the radio airplay if anything first and see how it goes. I think I've been playing gigs for about 20 years now. Started off just gaining confidence, if anything, and I might just been playing wee parties and all that kind of stuff. But then I got in a band years ago, and it was pretty shambolic, but it was good, and I really enjoyed it. We played a lot of gigs, but we were too young and too different and stuff, so that kind of fell apart after a really drunken night in McCool's and the place went up in there and stuff like that. But that happens. So from there, I still had the confidence to write songs, and I still had a lot of stuff left from when I was in a band. So just randomly, I played my best pal's wedding with he says, I'm going to get you to play with this drummer. And then I met Ian, and I've been playing with Ian for about 12 years now. So we started doing my stuff again, which was great. And we played a lot of good venues. We headlined King Tut's. We played the City Halls 2 or 3 times in Glasgow. And a lot of it was in Glasgow Capital and stuff like that when it was still there, but the box and all that carry on. It was great, great experience. And I'd probably say doing stuff like that probably makes you a better musician because, and it's character building as well because maybe now it's quite easy to make. Well, it's not. I'm not going to say it's easy, but things seem a lot easier. You can get famous via videos on social media, and that's great. And it's great that it's easier. But I think a lot of character building, playing gigs. I've seen me turn up at venues in Glasgow with an acoustic guitar to play myself, and I'd be turning up and this band had a 5-piece brass section, and you knew that night you better be bloody good. You know what I mean? Because these are real musicians. So I think that stuff makes you, and even playing the nights in pubs or venues, and it'd be like a Tuesday night in Glasgow, and there'd be 2 or 3 folk in the crowd. As my mom would say, she would say, "You never know who's in the crowd." You know what I mean? And obviously that was just a nice way of saying, "Didn't worry about it, son." But it was a good point, and they tough ones again. They make you, and even now, sometimes cover gigs are absolutely atrocious, but you just need to keep powering through. So aye, it's been quite varied, but from there we tried the solo stuff, and I done all right. As I say, the headline King Touch was a big highlight. But we went back to covers, and we played covers for years and years. So coming back to this now, where we're at, I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know. I think there's part of me thinking you're going to regret this if you don't do it. So I've done it, and so I wrote the 2 songs at the start of the year, and from there, this next songs came, and I cannot wait to get it out. So no, I definitely think that the Scottish music scene is really, I think it's booming now, to be honest with you. And I shied away from it for years. I think I blocked it out because I wanted to do it, but it just I wasn't writing, and there was like a mental block there, so maybe blocked out for years. And just through promoting this first single, and obviously making a lot of connections on Twitter and stuff, you start to see all the artists that are coming through, and obviously they're a lot younger than me, but they're fantastic. Like, you've had Brit Coleman here, and she's, what a voice, unbelievable. Even I've seen the girl Rianne Downey as well. She's spot on, brilliant voice. The things they're doing are absolutely great. So I think there's a lot of emerging talent. I wasn't aware of this before I even promoted this. The Raz as well, they've been in here as well. It's great, and it's great because I feel like maybe not just the Scottish music scene, but I was wary of Twitter because it gets a bad rep, but at times it probably deserves it, but there's a lot of people willing to help new music. They didn't, and obviously I'm a wee bit older, but they didn't care. If it's a good song, then they're willing to promote it and they're willing to play it, and that's great because, as I say, I think Twitter can get a bad rep, but there's a lot of good people in that. Right. So the advice I would give if I was in that position, I would say, like, things seem a lot easier now, a lot more. You can get your music out there a lot more and a lot more. Get it on every site that you can. Do as much exposure as you can. But I would say this: gig. You need to gig because you learn so much, and you play with other bands, and you learn so much for even watching them in the sound checks and stuff. And you get loads of ideas, and you'll make great connections. So you must gig. That'll make you, even the bad gigs. You put it down to experience, and honestly, it'll stand you in good stead. Definitely.
Slipping on your high heels, girl. Little pink that I got on friend. When I ever be that man you want? It gets so heavy every day. I wish that we could slip away. I'm dancing for that weekend all the time. I'm fighting all the time for the gratitude of someone's smile. Won't you think for yourself this time? This time I can't be that one you want. I'll never be your one to want, but I want to. Yeah, I want to. I can't be that one you want. I'll never be your one to want, but I want to. Yeah, I want to. All the clubs are full of soul, people dancing with the glow. Oh, bring those days, bring them back to me. And I'm chasing you every night. I know that this ain't right. I'll never be that man you want. Half of us are living a lie. You'll never see the white of the smile. Won't you think for yourself